Hey, right now, Loblaws is having a huge frozen food sale. You can get tremendous value on over 50 frozen food items, frozen vegetables, frozen meat entrees, frozen concentrated juices, ice cream. If it's frozen, you can save plenty.
Yo, check out this unit. This is a fridge from the 50s.
The morning stream. Prepare the virgin. I don't like the sound of that.
Hey everybody, welcome back to TMS. It's the morning stream for Tuesday, February 4th, 2025. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
Hello.
Hey, man. Hi. You know what? It's weird.
Hi.
Right now, 50... Let's see. Let me check the current numbers here. It is currently, here in Salt Lake City, 54 degrees.
Yeah.
63 of the high. 63 it'll be today. What is this about? Because a week ago is like negative 10 or some nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the 60s yesterday. Today is going to be a little cooler, high in the 50s. And it's only 29 right now. This feels right here for January, but later today when it's 52, 53, and I'm sitting there in the dentist chair for 2 hours.
Oh, that's today.
That's today. It was going to be last week, but ain't going with the flu.
Yeah. No, that's good. Your congestion's kind of in check now. You're not going to be
kind
hacking
of.
it up.
Yeah. I'm hoping. I don't know. I'm still going to have to take something. I'm going to take like a Sinus Max, something like, I don't know who makes it. Tylenol Sinus Max. I wonder if I should take a gummy.
Oh, that would calm you right down there. Yeah.
The problem is the only gummies I have are Wanna Stay Asleeps.
Yeah.
And because they're made for, I want to make sure I stay asleep in the middle of the night.
Sure.
And I don't want to fall asleep in the dentist chair, or do I?
Well, also, who's driving you? Is it just you, or you have a pick?
No, I'm driving there and back. That's silly.
Yeah. So if you take a gummy, that could put you you could be in a bit of, I don't know.
Are you kidding me? Scott, like I can count, no, I can't count because I don't have enough fingers and toes to count the number of cars that I'm pretty sure are high as I'm lifting and Ubering around. It's like, okay, this person's either extremely, extremely old, like shouldn't be driving old.
Yeah.
Would not pass a current test, or they are super high. And then I pass them and I look like, definitely high.
Yeah.
Like the hair, the focus, like you can see the focus on the road.
Are people like pulling anyone over for this or anything? I mean, it's impairment, isn't it? Doesn't it count?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should.
Should be illegal.
No,
it's like
they
drinking.
do some sort of infraction other than just driving slow.
So
and not turning when the green arrow goes off.
So I wonder if you did or if anyone's done this, like a test between what an impaired drinking driver and an impaired weed driver, what the differences are. Because I'll bet there's differences, right? There's probably more of a
for sure
a steady. I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. I have no idea.
I've been told, but I don't know that that driving while drunk is far more out of control than driving while high. Like driving while you're high, you're able to concentrate on the road and all that. Whereas drunk, the road is going. It's more like just slower driving or more focused driving.
Yeah, there's probably like an amount thing going on. Like if it's
I think so,
5 milligrams or 10 milligrams, you're fine. But if you're up to 20 or plus, you're probably impaired or more impaired. Or I don't know how the laws work, but I kind of want to hear about, gummied up Brian getting his teeth worked on.
I don't know if I do because somebody pointed out it causes dry mouth, and that's the last thing I need while I'm in the chair.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, that's true. I can confirm that. When I especially that horrible one I had in Vegas, that was the worst. One of the worst parts is all night I felt like I just wasn't getting enough water. I needed like a hose, like an IV attached to me or something. It was so bad.
They're gonna Novocaine me up apparently for this procedure. So root planing or whatever it's called. So,
that just sounds so bad.
It does. There is no part of that description, no part of that name that doesn't just sound unpleasant as hell. But
root planing.
Yeah. Root planing.
Damn. All right. Well, I hope whatever it is quick, painless, and full of stories for tomorrow. That's what I hope.
Yes.
Well, anyway, I'm glad they're getting it done, though. It's always important to take care of that stuff. All right. I got a quick thing here. I got a question, or I have some advice, actually. It's not even a question. This is just some advice from me. We had Ramona overnight last night, and just giving her parents a little night off,
Yeah, nice.
And she's healthy and happy and sweet little pea. Just love her. Love this kid. And her and I bond quite a bit, so we spend a lot of time with each other. And last night was lots of Pops and Ramona wandering around the house because she's walking fully now and wants to get into everything. And I got to stop her from getting into some things. And it's like having a baby again, but she's just such a sweetheart and so much fun. So I put her on my shoulders. She's the only of the three that I can do that with that don't get freaked. Like both Van and Phoebe do not like it. They don't like heights, so it freaks them out.
Tristan hated it as well. Yeah, did not like being on our shoulders.
And growing up when my kids were little, I think only Nick liked it. So maybe it makes sense that his daughter likes it. I don't know. I don't know if that's a hereditary thing or not. But the girls hated it. Nick liked it. For whatever reason, though, Ramona loves it. So we put Mona up there and just walk around. I went because it was warm. I could go outside for a long time while the sun was out. So I was out there with her. It was a lot of wind, but she didn't care. She just loves being up there. So I'm 6 foot, almost 4, 6'3.5", tall guy. As you know, Brian, we're both tall men. Yeah,
both tall men. Yep.
And you can forget sometimes if you got like a little kid on your shoulders, just how much taller that makes the combined Voltron body of the two of you.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm walking through the house. And we're laughing and having fun, going room to room. She's pointing where she wants to go, and then I go there, and then she's like laughing and having fun, and then we go wherever she points next. And so she points down the hall toward my bedroom, and I'm like, sweet, let's go in there. And we go, and I make sure to duck really deep, So we miss the door jam. Mm-hmm. The rest of the ceilings are plenty high, so we go under that, and we're in there, and we're doing our thing. And then I get a phone call. So I grab both her feet, and I pull my phone out. And I'm holding her, and she's holding my hair. Everything's fine. I pick up the phone, and it says, I can't remember who it was, my mom or somebody, says, hey, can you give us a call? We got this thing about Phoenix. We need to bet. I'm like, oh, yeah, right. I got to do that. So I quickly put my phone in my pants, grab her feet again, start walking out of the room, and she's kind of singing, going, dee, 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 making songs, sing-song sounds. And then you hear, see if I can make this sound. You hear this on the way out. Like that. and the singing stops.
Yeah.
And I go, ouch, like I know what has happened. I'd forgotten to duck to go out. I ducked getting in, forgot to do it going out. And she bonked her head. Now, she didn't cry right away. And I didn't do it I could tell I didn't do it that hard. I wasn't moving fast. It was kind of basic. So I took her off my shoulders, turned her around, and she had this look on her face, and I'm going to try to replicate it. But she just looked at me like this. And at first I thought she was, for those at home, just dead face, like mad, face down a little bit.
Mad, angry face,
like the angry little kid on The Simpsons that has the Maggie war going on.
The unibrow kid,
kind of like that. And I went, are you okay? First I was like, are you okay? And she literally takes her right hand, smacks me in the nose, just goes whack, and then went back to being happy as a pig in poo. So I guess the lesson, the moral of the story is, A, the 10-month-old is not that stupid. She knows what happened. And B, just be careful when you're tall. Like, don't do what I did. That was bad. No. I was so scared I hurt her, and I was terrified for a minute. But then she was fine all night, happy as can be. Never a problem later, but that was pretty bad.
In the 90s at that software company I worked for, my boss had 2 kids. Girl and a boy, really young girl, slightly older boy. And they asked if, they said, hey, we're doing a mom and dad night. Any chance you'd be able to watch them? We'll bring them over to your house. It's totally fine. We'll pay for dinner, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
And said, well, it'd be fun. Let's take them out to Casa Bonita.
Oh!
This was This was back in the 90s era Casa Bonita when the food was garbage. Yeah. But kids loved it because they could run around and have a blast and all that stuff. So we're in the early part of Casa Bonita before the redo. You basically got in this long line. You carried, you picked up a tray at the end of the line, and then you went down the line and you pick up whatever food you order as it comes out of this mysterious doggy door towards you.
Right.
You put on your tray, and then you get escorted to a table.
And you hopefully never get to see back there. They hope that, and you hope that.
Hopefully never.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why it's a doggy door. It's like comes out, closes real quick.
Yeah, neither side never needs to see what the other side's doing, ever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're waiting in this long line in this big open market. Like it's designed to look like a big open marketplace, and with the banners across the ceiling and flowers and murals on walls that are kind of look a little crumbly, like they're coming apart. They probably were really crumbly, knowing the disarray that place is in.
Yeah.
So the boy is like, hey, can I ride on your shoulders or whatever? Smaller than that, like not asking, just kind of like doing the hands up, like, let me go on your shoulders. I'm like, oh yeah, no problem.
Sure.
So I get down, he hops on my back, I put the legs up on the shoulder, I stand up and realize that in this big open marketplace, there's one wooden beam that goes across.
Oh! I was hoping you'd say, oh, it's just a banner got caught in his thing or something like that.
No, wouldn't that be great? No, it's basically like stand up, bunk.
Oh, shit.
Like, okay. Also didn't cry, but we were like so worried about the whole, we were like watching the whole night, like looking at his eyes, got the little flashlight in his eyes, making sure his pupils are dilating, stuff like that.
Yeah. I did a bit of that last night.
Fine, but
it's crazy how resilient they are, because you forget that a kid can really take like a fall. You see them fall off couches all the time, hit their neck, and you're like, oh no, what do we do? And some people even panic enough to take him to an ER and make sure everything's okay. But most of the time, not saying, be careful. There are little kids, but they're so weirdly resilient.
They're not indestructible. Yes. Yeah. It was bad enough that all the people in line behind us all went, oh. See it, like, I'll remember that sound. It's like, oh.
You would have been a viral video today in today's world.
I would have. Yeah, exactly. That would have gotten me some money from Alfonso Ribeiro on
That's
America's
great.
Whatever.
That's freaking great. Yeah, so you've been there, you've done it. This tall guy problems.
Been there, done it. Yeah, we do it all the time.
We have height issues.
Tristan was smart not to want to be on my shoulders. Maybe that was the whole reason. He didn't want to be on Tina's either, but she's tall too. So
yeah, but I've also noticed the women in our lives are a little more. They think ahead a little bit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm guessing even if Kim was my height, she would have remembered to duck on the way out. Also,
of course she would have.
Yeah,
yes, exactly,
I think it's just me. And I was here alone. Kim went to her pottery class. I had the baby alone. The girls were downstairs watching some anime bullshit. So I was upstairs with just her. So if something bad would have happened, I mean, it would have been full emergency Johnson mode, and I would have had to figure it all out. Oh, the car was gone. Oh, I would have been screwed. So I was a little freaked out for a minute, but
yeah, for sure, yeah. Oh my gosh.
She hit me in the face, and everything was fine. Cool. Brian, remember we talked about Ubering and lifting? Remember that?
Yeah, the combination of Ubering and lifting.
Yeah, we got a call about that, and here's what it is.
Hi, this is for the morning stream. Is it just me, or does Ubering sound like a birth control device that is sponsored by or made by KY? Love the show, though. Bye.
I mean, I think that was kind of the idea, right?
Ubering. Yeah, I get you, yeah.
Oh, like the ring? Oh, I didn't even think of that until you just said it.
Ring, yes. Yeah.
Oh, like the sponge or the...
Exactly, yeah.
The whatever. The ring is the point of it.
Like this thing is just going to cut off all circulation so that you prevent any
yeah, no eggs, no
control.
No sperm and egg are meeting today with the
exactly.
Ubering.
Gosh, no, it sounds horrible.
The Ubering. I like it.
Well, the other option is Ubyfting or something like that, which sounds horrible.
Yeah, I don't like that either. It turns out.
Yeah.
There is really no great way of saying it, which is why we settled on Ubering. It's as close as you can get.
I don't want to say, I'm going to do a little ride sharing today.
Mm-hmm.
It's
boring.
Stupid.
Boring. Yeah. Ride sharing? No one even calls that.
How about blifting? I'm going to do some blifting.
Yeah. Are you going to go back and call the internet the information superhighway, you bunch of weirdos? You don't call it lift share or ride sharing. I know that's how it started, but nobody says that now. They say lifting. They say Ubering. They say...
Yeah.
Is there a third one? There probably is.
Yeah, I mean, Denver has Denver Co-op, but it sucks.
We have one too.
Nobody uses ours.
Driving
in that one. Yeah.
Somebody told me it was actually really nice, but just no one thinks of it, so they just don't use it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm signed up, and I turn it on when I'm in between Lyft and Uber rides, but no rides have come in.
Yeah. And do you? Oh, so that's a. Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought it was like I thought it was like a taxi service from the local municipality, meaning that it's not just drivers who sign up like you would. But I didn't realize that. It's interesting.
No, operates just like the other two services. If somebody has the app, they turn on, they request a ride, and it's cheaper for them, but nobody knows about it. And so I try and tell people to, hey, by the way, this is cheaper if you use Denver Co-op. You might want to check that out. But I also don't want to cannibalize the two that are working for me right now, which is Uber and Lyft. So
good point. Good point. Real quick here, I found so there's a list on ridester.com. This is all they do is they track all this stuff. Here are all your alternatives. Number one, they give to Lyft. These are Uber alternatives. Lyft, they give best overall and high marks, and it's number one, of course.
Interesting. Okay.
And it's also, I only use Lyft when I go anywhere.
As an alternative to Uber. Yeah.
To Uber, yeah. They're just saying, hey, if you're not using Uber, what are you using? And Lyft is easily number one, and kind of by far number one. Then you have Via. They have the best price, apparently.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know where you can get Via. I'm sure they tell you later in this.
Yeah, I wonder...
I got something called Bolt, like Bolt, best for customization, it says, whatever that means.
Probably like being able to say, I only want to drive in this area kind of thing.
Okay. So giving the driver some tools, I guess, to do what they want. ARRO, ARRO, best for stable fare rate. So one that I guess it doesn't jump depending on if there's a baseball game in town or something like that. Get, GETT, best for flexibility. Curb, best for planned quick trips. I like Curb. It's fun. CURB.
Oh, Curb. Okay, I thought that was another advantage of Arrow or Get with two T's.
No, there's just another one. Number 7, they have Grab. They're all dumb names like this. Best for most services, whatever that means. Probably food, driving. I don't know what they mean by services, but whatever. 8, Wings with a Z.
Wings.
It's best for airport travel and barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Oh, Wings, because it sounds like if the name Wings makes me think it's very specific to airport travel. So that's my guess there.
Oh, that could be, yeah, just to and from the airport, maybe.
Yep. And then there's one more called Ola Cabs, which is best for offline utility. Don't know what that means.
Huh.
Anyway, there you go. Lyft and Uber, still the kings, but there are some options out there.
Have a look at that link from Ridester that I just sent you about how to become a Via driver, like a step-by-step guide on how to become a Via driver.
Oh, let's take a look here. Let's give it a click here. Open up, dumb thing. Here we go. Key takeaways. Text.
I don't think this guy has filled out what it takes to become a RIA driver, and then Via driver, and then understanding Via. Explain what Via is. Provide an overview of how much. Yeah.
How much do they earn? Please provide an overview of how much they earn. Who should drive it? Describe the ideal candidate for a Via driver. What, did they put the draft up and didn't mean to? What happened here?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's put up his template and published it as opposed to just putting up there and saying, "Ooh, I'll need to fill that one out."
This is written by Brett Helling, owner of Ridester.com. We're in trouble if this guy owns the site. Key takeaways. Look at all this text. Let's hit the buttons.
Text, and click here for text or here for text.
Yeah, I keep hitting the text buttons. They just take you to the top of the dock. Just does does one of those pound sign return things.
Yeah,
that's great. Well done. Let's see. Okay, so they have some requirements. Must be 21 years or old, past criminal. Yeah, this is effed up though. Way to go, Ridester. Sounds like you guys got a real awesome
complete guide there, Brett.
No, your website sucks. All right. Brett. I was going to bring up a thing about something Bobby said on the video yesterday, but the person who I asked to, let me just double check they didn't do it while I started the show.
Timestamp yet? Okay.
I don't think I think they sent it. Oh, they did. Okay, Brian,
Okay.
we're going to find this.
Excellent. I want to hear it.
All right, so that's going to take me 1 sec to bring up the video from yesterday. All right,
Just
so
keep singing, blame Brett, blame my ex, blame my ex.
134.38 into yesterday's episode. Okay, view on YouTube. He says, I'll tell you what he says, and then we'll see if we can find it. He says this is an anonymous person. He says, as a text, he says, as soon as Bobby leaves at the end of Monday's show, Scott is looking for something. He tells Brian, if I can find it, but I swear it sounds like effing find it. So we're going to see if this is correct, if I swore or not. I don't think I did, but we'll see.
No, probably not. I'm sure. Yeah.
134. Okay, it's as Bobby's leaving. All right, hold on.
As soon as Bobby leaves is what.
Oh, that's way past 134. Okay, hold on.
The time.
They
man.
feel like this all the time, and they. Let's see.
A tower?
I don't know. A tower, sure, a tower. I like tower.
Yeah.
You ready for this? Although she lives in. Okay.
Oh, the big tall. What is it called? Not Grey Goose.
Well, it's way past the timestamp, so this didn't help me. I'm glad we did this live. Fantastic content. Really worked out well.
Yeah, we need the exact timestamp down to the second.
Yeah, maybe he meant the audio timestamp, and we're not. And I'm looking at the video because that is different.
Oh, could be. Yeah,
especially if it's Patreon. That's a totally different spot than the thing. So
right.
Anyway, he'll let me know.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll swing back around. We'll put a pin in it, and then we'll swing back around later.
Yeah.
Like they say in the business world.
Synergy. We'll get the synergy of that at the end of the webinar.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The webinar. Oh, we got this. We got this, you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Someone also texted and said, Scott, have you seen American Primeval on Netflix yet? No. And the reason I haven't is not because I don't want to. It's a big epic Western thing. It's just time. But I will get around to it. My understanding is there's a huge Utah connection in there because it's got the whole story of
really?
the Brigham Young-led massacre thing that happened out in the I don't even know the whole of the story, but there's like a pretty gnarly piece of history in there, and I guess they portray all that.
Oh, cool.
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's, Betty Gilpin, who's a favorite.
Love
Taylor
her.
Kitsch, Shea Wiggum.
Yeah, dude. I'd watch Shea Wiggum in anything.
Yeah, he's so damn good.
You could tell me
Kim Coates.
Yeah, Kim Coates. I'd watch him in anything. Those two guys, you could say, hey, those two guys are in giraffe porn, and it's the worst thing you've ever seen. I'd still watch it because it's those two guys.
Is that the first place you go? How is that the sheet at the top of the stack of cards?
Do you think there is? Do you think there is any? Do you think there's giraffe porn?
Giraffe porn? I imagine there's porn. There's got to be furry porn with people dressed as giraffes.
I mean, probably, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it.
Are we talking about just two giraffes doing it, or are we talking about somebody doing it with a giraffe?
Well, I'm gonna do a very quick, brief search.
Excellent.
Of course there is.
Rest in peace, your algorithm.
Of course there is. There 100% is. Gosh dang it! Why is there something of everything? That's Rule 34, though, right? That's the deal.
Is it people dressed as giraffes,
yes.
or what is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Giraffe. Well, if you're looking, so I see results for live action people and dressed as giraffes, and then I see a bunch of drawn stuff like art.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know why I questioned it. Of course it exists. That's the point of Rule 34. It all exists.
All exists. If you can think of it, there's a kink for it.
There is. Well, anyway, I have not seen it yet. I want to, anonymous listener. Cool. And I will. And I'll probably recommend it if it's good on the show here.
Yeah, sure.
It's Netflix's attempt to make a big, epic, dirty old Western. And I'm excited about that. So
nothing wrong with that.
I guess they did that with Godless.
Very well.
Yeah.
Godless was fantastic. Yeah.
Speaking of which... Are you into the new season of Severance?
No, not yet. Nope. We're holding off until they're all available to binge.
I'm not going to tell you who's in it then. I'll just say there's a Godless connection. That's it.
I was going to say, is there Michelle Dockery?
Nope, not her.
Oh, okay.
But someone else you really like is in it.
Not Carrie Coons. Who's the other one? Carrie Coons.
Nope.
No, there's the two.
Carrie Coons in it, but she's not in Severance. So it's a different actress.
Okay. So I'm thinking of somebody else. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You'll know as soon as you see her. As soon as you see her, you'll just go, "Oh, awesome!" But they've hardly done anything with her yet, so it's not a spoiler. at all,
Nice.
really, to say
Great.
she's in the cast, but I'll still let you find out on your own. It's fun.
Ooh, can't wait.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was
Yeah.
great. All
I
right.
just finished season 2 of The Night Agent, which is excellent.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Kim
I
watched
recommend
first season.
1, and I don't feel like I can recommend. I don't want to use a recommendal and just say, well, season 2 is good, because if you haven't watched season 1, you need to watch season 1. But
I moved Catwoman.
That show is so freaking good.
You really liked it. Kim ended up watching it and liking it. I don't know why I didn't watch it, but I'd like to. I saw it's like way up in the rankings. It's like one of the top rated shows right now. So that's cool.
That guy, main dude who plays the Night Agent, needs to. They got to pull him into the MCU somewhere. Like he is superhero looking level dude.
Who would you cast him as if you had to pick?
Oh, that's a good question. God, it got to be somebody that hasn't been cast yet, that we haven't had as a character.
You have to dig down into the roster a little bit, maybe. Let's see.
Yeah, or maybe some of the Fox people that aren't going to come over. Like he could be a good Warren Worthington.
Is this the Gabriel Basso guy? Is that the guy?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at him.
Yeah. Have him come in as the new Angel.
You know what?
Did we get-
Good call. That's a great call.
Yeah. Did we get? This is a dumb question. I'm trying to remember. In First Class, did we have a
Angel?
a Warren Worthington? I knew we had in the first one. Ben Foster was the.
Yeah, briefly, he was in there, and it was
Yeah.
kind of wrong the way they did it. It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And I love
Right.
Ben Foster. He's not the problem, but the way that was written. I don't know in First Class if they did. I can't remember.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
They rebooted that character or not, but yeah, I could see it. He's also got a little bit of Hawkeye vibe in him. If we didn't already have a Hawkeye, he'd make a good young. What's Hawkeye's name? I forgot his name. Clive.
Jeremy Renner.
No, the character. Bart. What's the name? What's Hawkeye's real name?
Clint Barton. Not
Clint Barton. That's
Clint
it.
Barton. Yeah.
He'd be a good young Clint Barton. This guy, I think.
Oh, all right.
Don't you think? Look at him there.
Yeah.
Handsome Clint Barton. He could be a Clint.
Yeah. He could pull that off for sure.
Not that they're going to
we
reboot
had-
him, but you know.
Funny, Ben Foster in X-Men: The Last Stand, Ben Hardy in X-Men Apocalypse. So we didn't get Angel until X-Men Apocalypse,
But
which explains why I don't remember.
Sure. 2 Bens in a row, though. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this guy. Oh, he's very young. I don't remember that at all. Why do I not remember him at all? Oh, because I never saw Apocalypse. That's why. Never saw it.
There you go.
Yeah. Don't know why. Just didn't. Yeah, I know.
It's just such a bummer to see. I mean, I love Oscar Isaac, but my God, it was just the worst pick for Apocalypse.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard at the time. And also, it just was like, all right, X-Men, you've lost the plot.
Exactly.
Where are you guys going?
It's also like, hey, you remember that thing we did with Quicksilver in the last movie? We're going to do that pretty much exactly the same again.
Yeah. Oh, that's why that kid's familiar. He was Roger Taylor in the Bohemian Rhapsody movie.
Oh, yeah.
He was good.
Yeah.
He was good in that. Real good in that.
He was good in that.
I was listening to Queen yesterday. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You already believe this, I'm sure, but
I'm a big fan.
Queen, there will never be. Well, if there will be, they need to hurry up and do it in my lifetime. No one is ever going to sound that cool as Queen, and in particular,
The pairing of Brian May and Freddie Mercury.
Mercury!
His vocals, the Mercury and May guitar vocals combo.
It's unbelievable. Like it's.
Did you do greatest hits or did you do a certain album?
I had a whole playlist of pretty much everything, and it just was
nice.
like all randomed up, and I listened for hours. And you sometimes just need to do that. You get away from like the commercialism of their success and the, forgetting about Flash Gordon, and just kind of push yourself away from it a little bit and just listen in kind of a raw, fresh way. And there's nobody like them. Nobody sounds like they do.
Yeah.
Even like no one's duplicated it or copied it
No, thank goodness.
whatever.
I mean, Darkness tried a little bit to sound, I think they sounded a little Queen-like.
A little Queenish. Queenie.
Queenish.
You say Queenie or Queenish?
I say Queenish.
All right. I like Queenish.
Yeah, since Beyonce told us we shouldn't use the term genre anymore.
Oh, yeah. Well, she won for her country thing. She did all right the other night.
Well deserved. That was such a slap in the face to the Country Music Awards.
Yeah, that.
The fact that she went from not even getting nominated over there for a very, very good album to winning
Yeah.
I love it.
Kendrick winning for a hate track is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Right, totally. Yes. Yeah, they should just have a diss track category.
Yeah.
in the Grammys from now
May
on.
as well. And you could have put Drake's in there, but it would have lost horribly because it was sucked compared to his.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm excited to see. I don't know what his when rappers do the Super Bowl, it's always like I'm not sure what I'm going to get. And I really liked the throwback one with Dre and Snoop and everybody that one a few years ago.
Yeah, it was good. And Eminem and like all standing on little houses.
Mm-hmm. That was awesome. I thought that was really good.
It was really good.
It broke my expectations. So I don't know what my expectations are for Kendrick Lamar thing, but I'm actually looking forward to it and to see what he does.
Too.
I like him a lot.
Who else is with him on this one?
Don't know. I think they've only said him, so maybe it'll be surprise people.
Surprise guests. Yeah.
Yeah, they ought to bring out. I also don't ask me what drugs I was on this weekend. I wasn't on any, but I would listen to a bunch of Missy Elliott for some reason from the 90s.
Really?
Yeah, get your freak on. Yeah, dude. I love her like reverse audio thing.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. And then I don't know what it is about her in that video where she's like in a big trash bag or whatever the thing is.
Yeah, that weird tracksuit trash bag thing.
Super into it. Love her stuff.
Put my thing down, flip it in reverse. Yeah.
Yep. I got all into it. I don't know why. So maybe he'll bring her out. Although I think that may have happened with the Dre one or the or whatever that was, the last one. I think she may have come out. I can't remember.
Okay.
Anyway, the point is this. We got this text from Toots McLaren.
Toots. Yeah. What's Toots say?
He says, "Good morning, Scott. Toots again. Do you remember, I think it was a couple back in the early years of TMS. I think he means years. Back in the years. What quizzed you and Brian on TMS trivia? I think the dude's name was Dave. They fell off the face of the earth, it seems. Whatever happened to them? Do you know they had talent," says Toots. I think he means Daryl. Don't you think?
Daryl quiz us? We quizzed Daryl.
We quizzed Daryl.
Truck nerd. Yeah.
Who called us and quizzed us? Was it the dude, the guy from Atlanta who was like knew everything about our everything? Remember that guy? He would call and go, "All right, on my list here, Scott one time said there's a chicken in the roof. What does that mean?"
That guy's name began with a J, and then he came to a Nerdtacular, and it was like during our Q&A segment, I said, "Oh well, so and so had wanted to ask us some questions," and he pulls out a notebook.
Yeah,
and it's like, "Oh man, Jeremy or Jason or
I don't remember, but he was so detailed, like it was almost a little freaky how detailed it was."
Yeah,
and then I think he's shone too bright and then just went poof. It was just like,
I think so too. He burned out. Like he loved every single thing about our show, and then all of a sudden just didn't. Like it was.
Yeah, he's got to go find something else and do that again.
Exactly.
I'll bet you he's done this 6 times since us or more.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my thinking.
Mr. Rogan, on episode number 94.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But in the chat, someone is saying, "Is Daryl okay?" Yeah, I just talked to Daryl today on Facebook. He's doing fine. He just got to a point where he's like, new stage in my life. I don't want
even think he likes Star Trek anymore. I think Discovery killed him.
Yeah, he really had a hard time with Discovery.
Yeah.
Kind of ruined his fandom. And like all that stuff ended. He quit doing that show about Star Trek. He quit doing the grumpy old men one or whatever that was called.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he's fine. He's out there. He's doing it. Still living up in Seattle and holding down the fort.
Doing great.
Yeah. No bad blood with us and Daryl.
None whatsoever.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
We try not to have bad blood with anybody. And we only have some like slightly tainted blood with one person that used to come on a lot.
We have blood of people that that we like that maybe don't like us as much.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that definitely happens. Happens.
Yeah.
But we had somebody who ideologically went completely off the rails at one point, and we had to say, we can't do this anymore. But it was an amicable parting. It wasn't like nobody was fighting or farting. Nobody got mad. If
level-headedness was right here, this person went down under that level of level-headedness.
Yeah. Because you know how we are. We're pretty centrist around here. We're not that weird.
We are. Yeah, absolutely.
Not that hardcore either direction, but that person. Right. No, we're not talking about freaking
Bloody Sock McGee.
Yeah, we're not talking about Bloody Sock McGee. He and I, it's funny, he still sends me Christmas cards.
Oh,
but,
nice.
And we send him one. But yeah, we couldn't be on more different planes right now, me and that guy. That's unfortunate because we had a great time back then. I still have that signed baseball if I ever want to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably keep it wherever it is.
Hell yeah. I still have my Pete Rose. I guess my Pete Rose signed baseball is a little more valuable now.
Oh, yeah, because he did. Yeah.
He did.
He did.
Yeah. He did, and he still doesn't remember me. So.
Yeah, but you can't gamble while you're dead. So think of it that way. There's positives.
That's true. Exactly.
Yeah. Thanks, Toots. Here's one more. Brian got a pinball update. What's going on?
I do. So pinball machine redux. I completely gutted the inside of this one. So took out all of the arcade 1-up stuff, and I've got basically. So I've got the computer the PC that's basically going to be running FX pinball. Got that installed. And I think I've got Windows set up so that when I start Windows, it skips the Windows login, pin, all that stuff, and just launches FX or FX3.
FX3, yeah.
Yep. And so got that. I'm replacing the back glass, the thing that I guess I'll point to it. Oh, it's this hand. It's this hand over here.
Yes.
Mirror. It's not a mirror image. It's like I'm seeing the correct version. So this back glass right here is going to be replaced with a screen, and then the PC is going to drive all 3 screens. So the back glass, the DMD, which is that little, it looks like orange LED lights, and then the screen itself.
Nice.
The screen.
So when I'm so glad that you described what you meant by gutted, because I thought maybe you were sad about something.
I know. I was noticing. I'm like, you know what? I said gutted. I'm going to leave it.
Yeah. I was like, oh no, did something break? It's like he found out there's rats in there. Like, oh no, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad.
No,
That's awesome.
Funny. There's going to be so much extra room. Basically, the inside of that case, it's going to be monitor, and then one little circuit board. One basically this guy right here.
Oh, look at that little guy. That's the whole thing.
This is the whole thing, and then the PC, which will sit underneath it.
That's awesome.
That's going to be the only thing in that big cabinet area. I might at some point try and figure out maybe get a mini PC and replace it, because this is an Alienware rig that I got when I was cleaning machines.
Oh.
This was what was left over. I was like, I'm keeping this.
That's awesome.
But I might replace it with a little mini PC that's got some beef to it.
My this is you're basically gonna that kind of hardware is exactly what I'm going to be looking for. Similar to that, like with a Pi, Retro Pi or something. But I'm going to be doing that same thing for that huge cabinet with a giant monitor. Is going to have this itty bitty thing in there,
tiny Raspberry Pi thing. Yeah, all this does basically. This is USB, so that plugs into the computer, and then all of these, just each button and joystick plugs into each of these little white bricks.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, that's awesome. I'm excited. I'm way behind. Now I'm behind. Now I got to get in gear and bring this downstairs.
We're going to work on this together, Scott.
Perfect day, actually. It's warm out. I can go out and get that thing and not be freezing doing it. Bring it down
there
here.
You go. Good day to do it. Yeah.
I might do that today. I think I might.
There you go. You should. Good content for your YouTubes.
Yeah, you need to everything's content, you know? You got to get it.
Everything's content. Yep.
That's awesome.
Not that I've been using this. Not that I've been doing content with this, but oh well.
You may still at some point. As you get closer.
Oh yeah. The installation and maybe putting in the monitor, I'm going to show how I do it. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, you guys, it's time for some news, and you're just going to have to groove on it. Today's news is brought to you by
Oregon author fights for change in healthcare and human services. Autumn Mist is a survivor and still fighting. A 2025 diagnosis has her facing a risky life-saving surgery at the Mayo Clinic. In 2023, she chronicled her struggles in the system with her memoir, Gen X Bitch, aiming to sound the alarm and prevent others from enduring similar hardships. Now, Mist is using her voice on podcasts and media platforms to push for change in healthcare and human services. Her chronic conditions stem from childhood abuse, backed by undeniable evidence. Rather than dwelling on trauma, she focuses on solutions, advocating for policy reforms to protect vulnerable communities. Her memoir has resonated, performing well in LGBTQ+, coming of age, and medical fiction categories. Visit her at autumnmistlit.com. There's a lot of little tiny letters in there.
Lots of T's.
Autumn Mist Lit. Let's say it one more time. autumnmistlit.com.
There you go. So think of it as literature short for literature, and mist like the mist. Oh no, there's giant white spiders in the mist. That kind of mist.
As in like another term for fall, another term for water vapor in the air, and short for literature.
There you go. Or how lit you are, yo.
Yo, this site is lit.
Yeah. Go check it out. So this is a very close relation to our pal Jim Jensen, who's local here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And I said, absolutely, we'd love to talk about this and get some exposure on it. So go check it out, autumnmistlit.com. Brian, Krispy Kreme in the news.
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
Nothing crispy about it.
No. Donuts that basically you put in your mouth and go, poof.
Yeah.
Oh, did I eat a donut? I don't know if I ate a donut or not. I just know the inside of my mouth is all sugared.
Should have been cloudy cream or something.
Right?
That doesn't sound good, though. That sounds bad.
No, it really doesn't. Cloudy cream.
No, that's thick and liquid.
As you see that in your giraffe porn is what you do.
Gross. The giraffe porn industry. When will it ever stop? Krispy Kreme gave a family of free, so they gave them free donuts for a year. So a year's worth, 365 days worth of donuts after their baby was born in their parking lot. So this tells me two things. One, the hell were they doing there? Two, Krispy Kreme, I don't think it costs them anything. I think Krispy Kreme is almost 100% profit business.
Pretty much. I mean, it's flour, sugar.
It's like nothing. Yeah. And they charge you $25.
So little overhead on those donuts.
It's like a $25 box of donuts, a dozen, whatever it is now. It's expensive now. It used to be cheaper. They're really expensive. So when they give donuts away, it's your birthday. You got married. Right. You go there and ask them, they'll give you a free donut. It's St. Patrick's
Day. It's Valentine's Day. Come and say, I love you, and we'll give you a box of pink donuts or whatever.
Oh, this sounds kind of good.
Give me some Lamar's. Give me some Lamar's today is what I want. After my dentist, I'm going to hardline it over to the nearest Lamar's.
Remind me, I don't think we have them here, the Lamar's, do we?
I don't think you do. Yeah.
That's a bummer. Because when I save my cheat days, I like to do it with something that's worth cheating. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Lamar's donuts are worth cheating. They
sound good. Let's take a look here. Lamar's Donuts, Utah. Probably not going to be
Arizona, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska.
Boo!
Yeah.
Well, they have a perfect Yelp rating. Jeez. Well done, guys.
I'll tell you why. There's just their name, their slogan, simply a better donut. Can't say it any better than that.
Nice. I'd love to try one. Next time, you know what? I'm going to Arizona in March, sometime in March. Maybe I'll get one.
Oh yeah, right, in Arizona. Yeah, there you go.
That'll be fun. Anyway, so this is how it went. Bennett, this lady, her real name is Shania Bennett. She told Local 12 News out of Alabama that she feels like Superwoman after the affair. The affair meaning this event, she didn't have an affair.
The birthing, yes.
Yeah. Right. Bennett went into labor on Wednesday.
She was having an affair with a donut.
Yeah. I know guys that have done that, but that's all I'll say about that. Anyway, the child's father, Keon Mitchell, helped her into the car, started driving to the hospital. Major winter storm in Alabama. This is during all that crazy winter stuff.
Okay, all right.
Made the drive difficult. It definitely slowed us down. He was driving and I was scared. I was thinking I was going to start panicking and driving fast, but he did a very good job. Goes on to say, I don't know how I stayed calm, but I really was scared, says Mitchell. That's the driver. About a mile away from the hospital, Bennett could not wait any longer. I've been there before too, but it wasn't a kid.
Right.
Like Brian at the airport that one time. Remember that? That was fun.
Yes. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yes.
Mitchell pulled over into the Krispy Kreme in Dothan, Alabama. Dothan.
Many Dothan spies died to get us that Krispy Kreme.
Oh, thank goodness. They were willing to sacrifice themselves. I felt the baby's head at the red light, so once we got to the Krispy Kreme parking lot, I couldn't stop pushing, and I saw him sliding out. Wow, we're getting graphic here. Come grab him, she says. It's an experience to remember. It definitely is. The happy couple named the baby Dallas. And while Krispy Kreme was closed during Dallas's birth, the manager promised the family free donuts for a year, which they have now done. Oh, and to host his first birthday party there. At the donut place.
Terrific.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's get the kids, let's get some early diabetes type 2 going. And
get them started on the road to diabetes.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that story, though.
Felt the babies at the red light.
It's like, I
was going to say, we tried to go into Krispy Kreme, but they wouldn't let us use the bathroom unless we ordered something. So we went back to the car and had the baby in there.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to buy donuts. We can't let you use the bathroom.
You need to buy a donut, ma'am.
Yeah. I just can't imagine like the feeling of knowing that you're at a red light and the thought is that I can feel the head, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
jeez. A car is no place for a baby. Just don't have babies in cars. Gosh,
don't have babies in cars. I think that car is totaled now, right?
Oh, yeah. It's like that one my dad got that had the bullet hole in it and the bullet's still in it. And the blood-soaked chair. I still don't know how we got that and the police didn't impound it. I'll never understand it. And my dad's not here to ask, so I don't know what happened. But at the time, I just accepted whatever explanation I was given. But how did we get a car, a Buick, with a blood-soaked headrest and seat, a bullet exit wound, or bullet entry into the far panel, and the bullet's still rattling around in there? How did that happen? And from an LA car auction, how was that not an impounded vehicle taken out of circulation? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I never knew. I don't know now. I can't explain it. Here's what I can explain. We're taking a break. When we come back, Amy will be here. We got a book to recommend. Before all that, music. What do you got?
Dang it, I wasn't ready because I was so busy. I was focusing on writing a great title. But that's all right. That's all right. I got it right here. You remember last week we did a lot of bands that had members from other bands that people were familiar with. We had Tom Robinson from Aerosmith and another dude. How about Richard Patrick from Filter and Danny Loner from 9 Inch Nails getting together?
Whoa. Geez.
Filter and 9 Inch Nails, you know what you're in for. This is a band called Deadly
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any kind of like Disney
like a Snow White kind of thing? I didn't even think about that. Yeah, maybe.
Just curious.
This is Montreal-based rock metal powerhouse. Sure is. This is the brand new single. I don't know if there's an album coming, but this is just a single. It is called Volatile. Here are Deadly Apples.
You know, kids, the kitchen ain't a playground. Keep goodies away from heat so kids don't get more than a treat.
You take mango, put some salt, and put sriracha. What do you think?
That's some bullshit.
And we returned. Who was that one more time, please?
If you put your 9 Inch Nails through a filter, you're going to end up with Deadly Apples. That is Deadly Apples with the song Volatile, brand new single featuring Danny Loner from 9 Inch Nails and a dude from Filter.
Nice. Do you want to take my picture? That's them, right? That's Filter?
I think so.
That's I won't remember.
I was gonna say, I could tell you 9 Inch Nails songs. I don't know if I could tell you a Filter song.
I think that's a Filter song, and
I think you're right. I think so.
And isn't I think the lead singer for Filter is Robert Patrick's brother, the actor.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, take a picture. Yes.
So what? Yep. So the T-1000's brother is the lead singer, I think. Is
the lead singer of Filter.
Yeah,
that's great.
That must be a fun. Thanksgiving or whatever. Sure. Yeah. Those two hanging out.
I was a Terminator. What did you do?
Yeah, what'd you do? Man. I made some big songs. They were like number one for a while.
You want to take my picture? You know that one? Come on.
What's the other one? Nice shot, man. Or
Hey man, nice shot.
Yeah, that's the other one. Yeah. I liked Filter. Yep. I think I did.
Filter's just fun.
Yeah, it's only 2 songs I could tell you though, if I'm honest.
I can tell you that when I start singing down here, and it happens when I do my songs for Film Sack or whenever I break into song here, my cat, Inara, starts rubbing back and forth against my legs because she thinks I'm wounded and in pain, and she's trying to.
That's adorable.
She says that noise must be because Dad's in pain. So
I love it.
Let's see.
I love it. That's amazing. Will she do it?
Big fluffy cat. No, she's not making noise.
That's a shame. Well, all right then. You know what time it is. It's this time, right here, this time.
One of the things that I enjoy also is reading.
Look who it is. Oh, I won't turn down why. There we go. Hey, look who it is. It's our old pal Amy joining us for Read This, once a month thing we do where we try to recommend books and get you guys off your butts and reading books. Amy, welcome back to the show.
Oh, hi, friends.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How's life in the red Fraggle life? The red Fraggle world?
Oh, it's pretty good. You know, it's a little hectic. It's my daughter's senior year, so we got lots of applying for scholarships and shopping for prom dresses. And
oh my gosh, yeah, it's such an exciting school year.
Yeah, always a big deal doing that stuff. Well, good luck with it, because that's a pain in the bum, some of that.
Yeah, there's lots and lots going on. Lots and lots going on.
Well, that's great.
Sure.
I'm glad to have you back, because literature is our middle name here at TMS.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess it's
literature MS.
I guess our middle name is actually morning, but we'll take it. Whatever. Anyway, it's good to have you here. We're going to get straight to it. You've sent me a link here, and now this is a little unusual because it's just like a TikTok video. But before I play it, anything you want to say about it before we?
Yeah. So I actually want to preface all of this with a story of my own. And
Please do.
Lead right into all of that. So, you guys all know that Chuck and I run our, we're small business owners. And so we have our little peeperspuppets.com, and which does pretty well. Not gonna downplay it or anything. But, occasionally, like any other business, we get a customer who's not satisfied, and we try our best to make right with that, but I just wanted to kind of tell this story as a little bit of a PSA. Like, always, even if you have to complain, because sometimes you do, right? Sometimes you didn't get your stuff, or the stuff you got had a hole in it, or whatever.
Right.
If you have to, be kind about it.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Right? Yes, Chuck, we are going to talk about this.
I love it, dude. Chuck is unaware that this story's being told.
Oh, really? Are we really? Okay.
Well, so because there's a reason. So, and I'll be brief, but basically, we had somebody order a pair of peepers, and they ordered it late on the Friday before MLK. Okay, so it was like late afternoon, Friday before MLK. So the next business day would be Tuesday, right? And then that particular week was when there was snow all over the Southeast. So literally everything was closed. Like mail was slow, all that kind of, everything was just grinding to a halt. All right. Mm-hmm. So this person had ordered a pair of peepers and hadn't gotten them yet, and opened their email, like just coming in hot right out the gate. Sure. They're like, it has been more than 2 weeks. Blah, 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 blah. So I go and I look this person's order up. And Brian, I'm certain you've probably had this experience. Scott, I know that your merch stuff is kind of off. You have somebody else. You have Dave to handle this for you, but ask Dave.
It's all. It's all Taylor now.
Oh, that's right. It's all Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
So that's Taylor. But
even now, I still get all the feedback. So if somebody's pissed, I'll know about it. It's rare.
Well, there you go. So you probably know that too.
Yeah, I've definitely gone through this before. It's a pain.
People will exaggerate. And I am certain, I think sometimes people write these emails off of vibes more than they do off of facts. But so her more than 2 weeks. Yeah, no.
No, of course not.
It had not been. And in fact, when I looked up the tracking indicated that she would get her order 10 days after she ordered it. So it hadn't even been a week. It had been like a little over a week. So I responded and I said, I was like, just very like, sorry for the delay, but with the holiday and the snow and everything, things are behind. Here's the tracking for you. Once it's in the post office's hands, I don't really have control over it. But then I looked, and this person's address was like 15 minutes away from my house. So there's the lesson folks, is
Yeah.
because if she had been polite,
Yeah.
if she had been kind, I would have immediately stood up from my desk, gone and made her a brand new pair of peepers, packaged them up for you, gotten in her car, and hand delivered them to her.
For sure.
Of course you would have.
Oh my
But
God.
since she was going to be nasty, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah,
know?
no. Karma.
And I don't have to.
Karma
So-
comes back pretty quick when you least expect it. Like it's one of these situations where her behavior would have resulted in some immediate local karma, and she missed out because she decided to be a poop. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. And so like I say, like and we've had orders like that before where I'm like, oh man, I actually feel really bad that this went badly, but this person was so rude. I don't want to encourage that, but I'm like, ordinarily I would have, maybe thrown in a couple extra pairs of peepers or something, trying to do nice things for people, make up for whatever inconvenience they've had.
Costs nothing to be kind, everybody. Just do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that leads us into the TikTok I sent you. And the reason why I brought you a okay, I have to cover up the chat completely because there's just a distracting bunch of things.
Yeah. Well, this is a great thing to do, by the way. We have learned over the years. This is exactly what you should do.
I had it mostly covered, but I could see like the last entry, whatever the last entry in the chat was, I could see it there, and it just made me giggle and threw me completely off.
Sure.
So anyway, the reason why I sent you a TikTok is because this book is like hot off the press, and in fact hasn't even come off the press yet. It is available in ebook form currently, but the audiobook and the print book are still in publishing, and they are based off of the TikTok series for the TikTok I sent you.
Oh.
And so
this is awesome. I didn't know. I wasn't sure what the connection would be here, but now I'm very curious. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna play this. Let me get it so everyone can see it because they can actually watch it at home. For those just listening, you'll get the audio. Here we go.
Hi, welcome to hell. Please proceed to your assigned level.
Let me turn her up just a little bit. She's kind of quiet. How about that? Okay. I have methods for this. And that made her go silent. Why? What happened there? Apparently, this does nothing.
Oh, no.
Oh, wonderful. You know what? I'll just refresh it. It should come back. And unmute.
Assigned level.
Okay, so this is as loud as she gets. Sorry, everyone.
Hell, please proceed to your assigned level. If you have a problem with the fact that you're down here, please remember today is not the day, and I am not the one. If you want to continue to make it my problem, you can eat a bag of dick.
No, don't touch me. I have been a victim.
Every day of your life.
I have been persecuted because of my beliefs.
Oh my god, I turned down drinking with the Valkyries for this. Okay, Karen. That explains so much, actually. Okay, so you're a hardcore evangelical nationalist, white supremacist, anti-vaxxer. See, that's what did you in, Cupcake. And you kicked your daughter out for being gay?
Of course I kicked her out for being gay. I couldn't let the devil's influence into my home. Christians were already being so persecuted.
What, in Ohio?
The liberal agenda was everywhere. They burned down the Christmas tree in front of Fox News.
Oh, no, that was real Jesus and Loki, actually. I hooked up with your daughter in a church parking lot, actually. She's very talented. Joke on that on your way to level 6.
What the hell is this thing? So they made a book based on this series?
Yes. So the creator's name is JC, and she created this entire series. I assume that she has worked many a customer service job and decided to create this series based off of, what if there was a customer service desk in hell, and what would that look like? And I mean, it's like 500 plus something videos, and I look forward to them whenever she posts a new one. So she then she's done a lot. It's gone a lot further than just, being able to talk back to Karens. It's, she's got lore around a bunch of the different characters who run the help desk with her, some of the demons that are down there, and whatnot. And it's great. She does a really good job of building this world. And essentially the book then sort of sprung out of this. I love things like this where a creative person just kind of does a thing on a lark, just, oh, this will be fun, haha. And then it just blooms into something spectacular.
Isn't that kind of how we got like Dungeon Crawler Carl is a good example of that. The other one would be like Silo. Hugh Howey just on a lark was like, you know what? I'm going to try this 99-cent Amazon self-published business. Look at that dude now. Like,
wow.
Yep.
Freaking successful as hell and has no sign of stopping. Like, sometimes you just got to freaking go for it, do a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And, and that's what she did. And so as she was building more of the lore around these characters, she found there were so many stories she wanted to tell about like their backstory, how they got there, who they were, all that kind of stuff. And, so the book is basically the origin story of the main character, who you saw there. Her name is Lily, and the inception of the help desk. Because basically, the book starts with her dying of cancer. And
what's the title of this book? Did you say the title? I don't know if we did.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, shouldallout.com. It is For Whom the Bell Tolls, but Bell spelled Belle. That is the title of the book, and the author is J.C. Lynn. So Jaysea Lynn Lynn.
There we go.
And
okay.
Yeah, and the name of the series on TikTok, if you want to go and watch more of her TikToks, is called Hell's Bells. Again, spelled bells like Southern Belle. Which is funny because she's from the Pacific Northwest, so sure. But it's great. I really enjoy all of her world building. I really enjoy the way she has conceptualized the afterlife. It's very Terry Pratchett in a way, because it's like essentially whatever belief system you have, you can choose to be judged based on that belief system. And then either you adhered to that and were a decent person, or you weren't. And so you can, earn your paradise, which the main character Lily, she lives in paradise. She just volunteers in hell because it's fun for her.
Highly rated. People really like it. It's averaging a 5.0 review from like 7,688 ratings. That's really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And is this like mind-blowing, change the world literature? No. But is it super fun and engaging? Absolutely it is.
Oh.
And I will say there's some, the author has a proclivity for romance novels. So there are some spicy scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And in particular, some characters and demons kind of hook up. So, be prepared for that.
If you're in hell, you'd hope there'd be some sexy business,
Right?
Yeah,
right. Well, frankly, in heaven, I hope there's sexy business.
Well, I hope
because if there's
yeah.
not, that would suck.
Yeah,
right?
wherever the sexy business
might
is.
Get in the way, but
yeah.
Oh,
Practice.
You never know what.
Actually, maybe they'll help. Yeah, I don't know.
Right, exactly. Never, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's what I really like. This is kind of my favorite part of the lore around her version of hell, is that it is a punishment realm, quote unquote, but the first two levels of hell are really just therapy. They're just, hey, you kind of didn't do great with this, and so we're gonna help you work on that, and then souls can choose to reincarnate, or they can, some souls choose to just go into the void and just not exist anymore, which is a choice they can make. And once they've worked their way up through the therapy levels, so to speak, they can earn the choice to, okay, well, you didn't do so great that time, so go try again. And so I don't know. There's something about that really appeals to me, that I don't have to believe that your beliefs are wrong in order for mine to be right.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about that really appeals to me. And it's, like I say, it's fun. but yeah, she just wanders around in the afterlife and just out of curiosity goes down to see what's up in hell, and discovers that they have they have some issues with some souls that feel a little entitled to not be in hell. And she's like, well, I have skills in this particular area, and I've always wanted to be allowed to talk back to some of these people and maybe beat them senseless with a bat. So I'm all in.
Yeah. It's also it's like a uniquely modern thing to go from a social media series of videos that a lot of people do and are just meant to be sort of throwaway, like you'll see them and then move on. Mm-hmm. But then somehow that turned into an idea where you could say, we could make this into a book, and these concepts could go further, and we could tell a deeper story or whatever, and still kind of maintain the, it's a little like, The Weeknd and Post Malone starting on SoundCloud these days, and megastars starting out of nowhere. Like, it's a new kind of discovery, and I think it's kind of great to be.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I really love it. I mean, Jonathan Colton, same thing, right? Like he started with
the thing
his song a week, thing a week, and just putting them up on his website, selling them for 99 cents before Apple Music was even a thing.
Right.
So he basically invented iTunes before Apple did. And now he's this huge star,
Sure.
for nerds, but still.
Sure. Nerd star. Nothing wrong with a nerd star. Big fan.
Exactly.
Big fan of nerd stars. Available now on Amazon, $12.99 on Kindle. Looks like you can get the paperback as well, and it's selling really well. This isn't some little dinky thing. It's like doing good.
And she actually just announced either yesterday or 2 days ago, within the last couple of days, she announced that she's working with publishers. Like, she self-published the first book, and now she's moved on. She has a quote unquote legit publisher now, and so they have signed her on for a 3-book series.
Dang.
So I'm excited.
She lived on, something I just noticed here? This is crazy. She purchased and lived on a 35-foot sailboat for 8 years after college. That sounds awesome, dude. Sounds great.
Yeah. I remember that because when I first started watching her videos, she still lived on the boat, and she would intersperse Hell's Bells videos with videos talking about, her boat and the maintenance on the boat and all that kind of stuff. And, her life kind of took a little turn, and, she was not able to keep the boat. And, so she moved back in with her parents temporarily. And, but I remember when she posted about, selling the boat, and it was really hard for her.
Probably a bummer. Yeah. You fall in love with it. You do that for 8 years and you'd love it after that.
She was weeping. Yeah. But, but I think it's really cool. I mean, as young as she is, to just up and do that, I would not have had the courage to be like, hey, I think I want to do this,
Sure.
When I was her age. So good on her.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
That's really cool.
So
check it out, you guys. It is called For Whom the Bell Tolls. Bell is told with an E, like the name, and is available anywhere you get your books.
Yeah, don't accidentally read the old one. I mean, do, but but that's not what I'm talking about
lyrics,
here.
There might be.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect any spicy scenes out of Orwell,
No.
And
it's a great book, but you need to know what you're reading before you get in there.
For
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I don't think I would want that.
You'll get a chapter in and go, what was Amy talking about? This is nothing like she said.
Right. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
So be sure and put the E on the end of the bell. And real quick before I go, I have one more thing I want to urge everyone to use your public library. You guys, if you haven't been to the library lately, it is, when I think of the library, I would think of, the dusty card catalogs and, stacks and stacks of shelves and the plastic covers on books and that particular library smell. And then a big round desk with somebody with half moon spectacles who is fussing at me about, not getting my book turned in on time or whatever. It's not that now. It's not that at all anymore. As a function of doing this show, I realized I'm buying a lot of books that I'm probably only going to read once. And that seems silly, right? Like that's what the library is for. You go and you check out a book and you read it and you bring it back. Like, ta-da. And I used to have a library card when my kids were little, right? Because libraries are great for that. They always have cool programs for little kids. They'll have like story times and things like that. You know, there's always something going on for little kids at the library. But even if you don't have little kids, I'm telling you, I went to go sign up for my library card at my local branch. This place was amazing. They had like lines and lines of like really nice looking computer systems there. They have a fully equipped television studio, like a video making studio that you can just use.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Holy
you
crap.
can like shoot like broadcast quality TV. They have pardon me. Again, audio recording equipment, same. You can just go there and use it. They have a maker space.
Jeez.
With like, excuse me, like Cricuts and 3D printers and sewing machines, laser cutters. I mean, I can't even express to you like how shocked I was when they told me this. I am sorry. I have to cough. Hold on.
I like I like letting everybody know things. Yeah, the honesty is right. Amazing. That's great.
It's not quite I have to take off my headphones and throw up.
No. Never forget.
Sorry, I just had like that little tickle in my throat thing, and I was like, I didn't want to just like be like all over the mic, but
sure.
I thought Kim. I
also didn't want to just mute out of nowhere and not tell you why.
I thought Kim brought home some kind of boat flu because she started coughing in the middle of the night. It was just the change in from dry, wet, humid climate in Mexico to here, just makes her so she's got dry throat all the time.
Sure.
But I was like, no, boat flu. Ah! Didn't happen though. Everyone's okay.
Oh. I just had a glass of water delivered to my.
Oh, that's nice. Nice
service with a smile.
Sure.
Exactly.
It was the dog, not Chuck. Everybody, everyone, calm down.
That's right. Yeah, calm down.
Yeah. No, the dog's over there. But
well, that's great. This looks like another winner. I mean, and also libraries, dude. I mean, you won't know until you get into your local one or whatever. And they are going to vary. Obviously, not all of them are going to have big video suites for kids to learn how to do production video or whatever. That's awesome, by the way. But ours has similar things, and it is so much nicer than you think your library is. We all think of when we were kids, and it was just a kind of a smelly, dusty place where they warned you if you didn't return it, you were going to spend a bunch of money, and it just kind of was like a cave. It's not like that anymore. These things are like Barnes and Nobles, but free, kind of.
Yeah.
They're great.
And I mean, they have coding labs. There's all sorts of like, online learning type stuff they offer, and it's all free if you just get a library card and for your local municipality. And actually my library, like the Gwinnett County Library, you can get a library card for them even if you don't live in our county. You have to pay $40,
right?
But
the one on Peachtree.
The one on Peachtree. What's really funny is there is a library branch near me that's on Peachtree Corner Circle.
I love it.
Which is the most annoying street name.
Peachtree Corner Circle.
That's awesome. Peachtree Corner Circle.
It's not a circle. It doesn't. It's not. I'm like, why did they name it this? It's so
I
dumb.
freaking love that. Also love the callback. Awesome. That's great. That's awesome. Go to your local library, support it, and do cool activities there. They have so much cool stuff for kids. Kim's taking the little ones there all the time, and also you can do the thing with the. For ebooks, I forgot the name of the app, but if you have a valid card, Libby, that's it.
Libby is the name of the app. There's a thing called Canopy with it like with a K, like Kanopy.
Yeah.
Movies.
Yeah.
You could stream movies for free from your library, and it's just part of your local library service.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Use them. Use your library.
Completely agree. It's really great, and I've been getting a lot of books that way, which has been super easy. And they're like big titles, like brand new releases and stuff. Like a library would be like that. All right. Well, this is awesome. Amy, as always, a pleasure. Tell Chuck thanks for letting us borrow you for the last 20 minutes or so.
Tell him thanks for delivering water to you.
Hey, when's the film festival?
Oh, soon. Probably today you'll get the link, and then we'll talk because you're one of our judges.
Not part of the. She's not a reviewer. She's a contestant.
I submitted it.
She did submit one. Well, I originally had you picked for judging too, so we got to make a decision. I guess.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because she's our book lady, right? So
yeah,
it's like
these are movies, Scott.
Well, no, but I mean, she's one of our. We're only having people come on and do segments, Brian. You know what I'm talking about. So people who come on the show and do like a segment, I picked for judges. I picked you. If it's not, we have to just make a decision if we think it's okay for you to review.
Totally fine, absolutely,
or not review. I don't know, Amy. How do you feel? What does your meter tell you?
Yeah, sure. I will. Obviously. I will attempt to. I will abstain from voting on my own submission, and then, yeah, I'm totally down.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna keep you. We need the breadth, and a couple of women really is what we need. So we're keeping the women, the women and the lamentations. Have a fantastic week, month, day, life. 2 weeks, however long it is till we see you again. And we'll see you next time. Bye now.
See ya, baby.
That's awesome. This book sounds great. I think I'm going to check it out. Why won't this close? There we go. Okay. Hey, everybody. That puts us at the end of the show. And here's the deal. Not much to say here except go to our website, frogpants.com/TMS. Some of you will say occasionally, how do I submit songs? Or how do I pick up this link? Or how do I look at your quick TMS thing because I forgot the link? Well, remember that one, quicktms.li. But if you don't remember it, it's also linked at our website, frogpants.com/TMS. So my point is, whatever it is you think you need, it around this show, it will be there.
There, yeah.
It's
starting
there.
place is right there.
That's right. Also, soon-ish, you'll see tickets up for TMS Vegas, which is also a very easy URL, tms.vegas. You can go there. Who gave us that again? Who was the nice donator? Was that Chuck?
Oh, it wasn't donator. Tanner just said that it was available, so I went and bought it.
Oh, I thought someone bought it for us.
It's going to be $50 a year. No, nobody donated it to us.
That thing's $50 a year. Damn.
Yeah. .Vegas. What do they call that? A TLD?
Top level domain. Yep, I think that's right. I didn't realize those were so expensive. Some of those are cheap, like.
But worth it.
Yeah, worth it.
TMS.Vegas. Come on.
Totally worth it. Why wouldn't you get it?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that'll be soon, so watch for those. All the details are up there, though, already about what we're doing and stuff. So watch that for changes, details, tickets, all that stuff. That's it. I think we're out. Brian, do you have a song? Let's do a song.
I do, man. You guys, for as light as parts of January were, this first week of February is top loaded. A lot of you have birthdays this week, and I'm going to try and get to as many as I can, which is 5, and then and then push some of them to next week. So if you don't hear your birthday request this week, I promise you will get everybody's birthday request will get played this month, even if it's a later week.
Are there a lot of birthdays in this time of year that you have to sift through every year? Does it feel like there's...
It seems like there are in the tadpole and in my house.
Yeah, it feels like we got a July.
Christina's birthday's on the 6th.
So we have like a lot of early ones, and then we have a lot of July mid-year stuff. It feels like, I don't know how much we have late in the year, but it feels like there's like these 2 bumps where everybody got born.
This is definitely a big bump, yeah. Anyway, Cage wrote in and said, "Hi, Bosk and Size Noodles." Nice reference there. Nice. Can I please hear a cover of This Must Be the Place from the Talking Heads for no other reason except it's always had a special place in my heart? Oh, yeah, and because it's my birthday. Sorry, must be getting old by Mr. Miyagi and drinking too much glape. Signed, Cage.
Oh, does he want a glape? We can give him a glape.
I think he wants some Mr. Miyagi too, but you don't have that on your board anymore, do you?
Not like I used to, but it's pretty easy to find.
We just have Happy Dersh Day.
Yeah. Let me give you okay, so let's give you one of these here if I can find it. This one? Yeah, that's it.
Oh, there it is.
Happy birthday.
Okay, and then we did... What was the other one?
Glape.
Oh, Glape. We haven't heard Glape in a minute. Let's see. Here it is.
Glape.
Glape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Most racist use of grape we've ever heard. Amazing.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, This Must Be the Place. My favorite Talking Head song, hands down. What a fantastic song that is. This is a version that came out on Record Store Day. So this is one I only have on vinyl. There were these 45s you could get that had the original version on one side and then a cover on the flip side. They called them side by side. It was a really cool concept. They don't do them anymore. Bummer. Anyway, this was one of them. It's by a band called Wilding. Here is This Must Be the Place.
In the menu of life, make your main entree frogpants.com. It's delicious. Delicious.
Delicious.
Stand up for the lady, you bore.
Delicious. Delicious.